Sony just announced the a7R IV, the first 35mm full-frame mirrorless camera with 61 megapixels. This is a fourth generation camera from Sony in about 6 years, and it's clear that Sony wants to maintain its position as leader in the full-frame mirrorless market. So get ready to clean out your hard drives and free up some space. Let's look at some of the exciting new features found in the Sony a7R IV. First, 61 megapixels. Sit back and let that sink in. This is higher resolution than some medium format cameras currently made. Now, this is a solid bump in resolution from Sony's a7R III at 42 megapixel. Not only do you have high resolution, but you have the processing power now to back it up. So you'll be able to shoot continuously at 10 frames per second with the mechanical shutter for about 68 frames with continuous autofocus and auto exposure tracking. Switch to APS-C mode and now you have a 26 megapixel camera with a 200 plus shot buffer. Not only is this great for studio photographers, but this should also be great for sports and wildlife photographers. Imagine attaching this camera to the backboard of a basketball hoop with a wide angle lens. Not only will you be able to get a fast sequence, but you'll have multiple angles to choose from its high resolution sensor. As you've seen in some of my previous lens reviews, I love to photograph cats, and the a7R IV has some tricks up its sleeve when it comes to autofocus. Now, eye detect AF isn't new, but how it is implemented is, and Sony does it the best. But that's not it, folks. Not only does it have human eye detect AF in stills mode, but now it will have real-time human and pet eye detect AF with tracking in both stills and movie mode. So be prepared for more cat photos and videos. And since we're talking about autofocus, this camera has 567 phase detect AF sensors that covers 74% of the area of the sensor and almost 100% in the super 35mm crop mode, which should definitely up your hit rate while tracking subject matter across the frame. Now, I've been a skeptic about electronic viewfinders for a long time, but now that the a7R IV features a 5.76 million dot finder, I'm excited to see how true to life the image looks through it. Now, if you're a video shooter, you might have been disappointed when Sony didn't mention 4K 60, a new 10-bit codec, or the ability to record RAW externally, and I think we're gonna have to wait for that in the a7S Mark III. And like the a7R III, it will provide the best results when shot in the super 35mm crop mode with no pixel binning. In addition to all this, Sony has redesigned the camera. They've improved the weather and dust seals, which were lagging behind Canon and Nikon's DSLR cameras, and now it accepts 2 UHS-II SD cards, and they've moved slot 1 to the top. Woohoo! It still doesn't have a flippy screen, but hey, that was expected. The grip has been improved for better ergonomics. Buttons should have a better tactile feel, and you can now save camera settings to an SD card to easily set up a second camera. This is going to be great for wedding shooters or people out on assignment. Does this 61 megapixel behemoth of a camera interest you? Let me know what you would like me to photograph with the a7R IV in the comments section below. For me, I would love to photograph the tropical plants here in South Florida. So make sure to subscribe to our channel for a more detailed look once we have the camera in the showroom. The a7R IV is expected to be out in September for a price of $3,500 US. This is Adam from Digital Goja. I'll catch you in the next one.